Hey, what's going on, guys? D-Mac here for another episode of our Halifax Buccaneers franchise mode. We are starting year 3. The first thing that I want to do is try to move Mike Hoffman. He is the guy on our team that has to go. Add asset and find trade for Mike Hoffman. Who wants him? He's a 31-year-old. 84 overall. They would want to give me Jonas Brodin for him. So, I don't know. Let's see what we got. Kempney and 2/3. They want to give me Nikita Zaitsev and a third. Mark-Edouard Vlasic, who has just a massive contract. Chris Tanev. Or Eric Comrie and a third. So, you know what? That could be interesting. I'm actually going to look at this one. Eric Comrie and a third. Eric Comrie's got a lot of value, man. He's an 84 overall starting goaltender. He's only 26 years old. He's pretty good, man. Very passionate. Will do whatever it takes. Can be emotional. That's the only thing I don't really like. And he's on the last year of his contract. I don't know, man. We still have Antti Ranta in net. He did go down a little bit after last year. I think he went down from 85 to 83. But, I don't know. Hold on. So I got to go exit trading. Now I got to go back into Trade Finder. Or, no, I'm still in Trade Finder. I just got to do it again. So, Hoffman. Yeah. So what did they want to give me again? They want to give me Jonas Brodin. I think he's got to be starting to get up there, though, right? Brodin. Kempney and 3/3. It was Zaitsev and a third. Zaitsev and Vlasic. All these guys, I think, are getting up there, right? He's got 3 years left. He's got 3 years left. He's got 2 years left. I don't know what Zaitsev is at right now. I know he's into a new contract, so I'm going to go edit trade. And they're still in rebuild mode, right? So I don't know how much cap they really want to be dumping. Where would he fit? He is a very solid defenseman. Nothing to report. 2 years, 4.5. I don't know. I might be able to find a place for him. Hold on. I'm going to set up a trade that works for me, and then I'll jump back. I'll edit to when I've got a trade that works for me. All right. So let's see if this one works. I actually kind of like this trade. We do need. We do need a bottom 6 forward, so Jake Virtanen I think could be a big deal for us. He's got 1 year left, and he's only got a contract worth $1.4 million, right? So I don't think I mind that at all, and we could get a couple of draft picks out of it. So I think that could work for us if it'll go through. Rejected. All right, so I got to do a little editing on this one. As I said before, I get a lot of phone calls. So you know what? I might even do a 2nd and a 6th. I wouldn't mind that one. We might, yeah. You know what? I like Virtanen, and I would love to get a 2nd round pick. So let's see. Is it going to work? No, it's not. They don't feel like taking on the salary at the moment. So what if? No, I don't want to retain any salary. Let's see if it'll just Virtanen in a 2nd. Will that go through? It will. Okay, so we got rid of Mike Hoffman. Now we've got Jake Virtanen. Where is Virtanen? Is he? Yes, he is up. So let's go to edit lines, and let's toss Virtanen down on that 4th or 3rd line, wherever he fits better. I'm hoping that he's going to fit on this 4th line just nice. I know he's a right winger, not a left winger. So let's hope he fits. He fits well enough for me, right? Yeah, he would fit a little better on the 3rd line, but it's like, oh, he'd actually fit pretty well on that 3rd line. I don't know that I really want to put Patrick McDonald on the 4th, though. He is a 3rd line guy. So I think what I'm going to do, is there any other way I could make this work? Not really, eh? Maybe Dzingel for Perron. Nope. So I guess that's the way our lines are going to look for right now until maybe... Patrick McDonald does have that elite potential, so he does have the potential to grow. And I'm going to finish editing lines really, really quickly, and then we will jump back to the main screen. All right, we are back at the main screen right now. I'm just going to quickly go to settings. I'm going to turn injuries off just for the preseason. Nope. No, we don't want to change the icing. Hybrid icing is just fine by me. But I am going to turn injuries off just for the preseason. We're going to go to the calendar. We're going to skip through the preseason. And then once we get to the regular season, we're going to try and get the first couple of games done this year. As we get closer, we're going to get bombarded with prompts probably. Oh, game 1, we won 7-1. Game 2, we won 4-1. Game 3, we lost 7-3, 3-2. So we're 3-1-0 to start in the preseason. Make that 4-1-0. That's a good start to the preseason. 5-1-0. Salary cap compliance, you know it. So we went 5-1-1 in the preseason. Let's see who the heroes were on our team. And Patrick McDonald, 10 points in 7 games. Look at this kid go to work. Oh my goodness, Matt Siemens finally hitting his stride, 8 points in 7 games. Oh, and Ovi's still got it with 9 points. That is phenomenal, phenomenal. Patrick McDonald, sniper extraordinaire, needs to work with his poise, but I mean otherwise, dude, I am liking this. The 19-year-old, is he going to be, like Matt Siemens, the future of this team? You know, it's like, all right, so we got through the preseason just nice. That's perfect. That's what we want to see. And now we're going to go turn injuries back on. And then we're going to skip right on to the first game of the season. And what we're going to do from now on is we are just going to slow sim through a ton of games. All right. Let's get to the regular season. Now we'll get bombarded with 100 prompts, right? Stop. Scout assignments, blah, blah, blah. Oh, locker room interactions. Somebody doesn't like somebody. It's all right. As long as we can start this season off good, let's just start this season off with a win, boys. All right, let's see how we do in the first game of the season against the Vegas Golden Knights. First period, 2-2. It's Matt Siemens and Michael Backlund. All right, I'm not crazy about the 2 goals against, but 4-3, Perron and Granlund. I like that a little better. And to end the game, it's a tie at 4. We're going to OT. And in the overtime, nothing gets solved. But in the shootout, we lose. That's all right. 0-1 is not the worst place in the world to be. Who got our goals? Backlund by Seth Jones and Ryan Dzingel. Matt Siemens by Granlund and Schmidt. Mikhail Granlund by Seth Jones. David Perron by Kasperi Kapanen and Matt Siemens. So that's a great first game of the season for Mr. Matt Siemens. Mikhail Granlund leads our team currently with 2 points in the one game. Now let's get ahead to the second game of the year. And then we will also go and check and see how our other created guys throughout the league are currently doing. All right, first period against the Calgary Flames. We're still on the road, boys. 1-1. It's Patrick McDonald getting his first career National Hockey League goal. Congratulations, Patrick McDonald. Second period, we're up 3-2. Dave Finley and Michael Backlund both score on, is that Marc-Andre Fleury? And we got Eunice Korpisalo in the net. He is holding his own. Third period, 4-3 victory. It's Matt Siemens again. Matt Siemens has been everywhere. So Patrick McDonald by David Perron and Seth Jones. David Finley by David Perron. Michael Backlund by Ryan Dzingel and Seth Jones. And Matt Siemens by Alex Ovechkin and David Perron. So Alex Ovechkin, I believe, just got his first point of the season, and we are 1-0-1 in our first 2 games. The Ottawa Senators, with Ryan Chisholm, are 0-3-0 to start the year. They probably have another game in here somewhere too by the time we get to them. No, they don't. All right, now we're going to have a big pile of games, but after the Ottawa game, we got our first 3 home games of the season at least. So let's get through the Ottawa Senators. And if this road trip can end 2-0-1, that is phenomenal. First period, 1-0. It's Matt Siemens again on Ryan Chisholm. Second period, it's 3-0. Jamel Smith on the 4th line. And Alex Ovechkin with his first goal of the season on the power play. And in the third, 3-1. So they just had to, it's Colin White, just had to mess up Antti Ranta's shutout, but that's a great game by Antti Ranta. Siemens by Seth Jones and Torrey Krug. Alex Ovechkin by Mikhail Granlund and Patrick McDonald. And Jamel Smith by Obey Kubel. Great road trip to start the year. My goodness, it is. Look at Seth Jones, dude. You tell me Seth Jones doesn't fit right in on this team. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, Central Scout rankings. We better go and look at this year's draft. This year we got George Rafalski, who is an elite center playmaker. That could be something. Oh my God. Wow. Shot utilization, not great. You know what? Doesn't bother me at all. I would love to have a 17-year-old or 18-year-old, and look at his personality, Nicholas Backstrom on my team. That's going to be our goal, baby. Our goal is going to be trying to find like someone like him, that number 2 pick, man. Wow. So they're thinking already we're probably going to be maybe around here. Brendan Shing, 11 points in 11 games in the WHL. He's got a hard wrist shot, probably 3 years out. He's probably not elite, but whatever. We're going up against the LA Kings. This is our home opener. Seth Jones has 5 points in 3 games. He is currently on pace to have 135 or 36 points or 140 points or something crazy like that. More like I think 135 points or something he's on pace for right now, if he could keep that up. Not saying he's going to at all, but first period of Halifax versus LA. Oh, and Drew Doughty scores on the first shot of the game. All right, to the end of the period, it's 2-2. Patty Mick scores again. Second goal of his career, and it's on the power play. And Seth Jones again. This guy is out of control. I love you, Jonesy. Jonesy, best investment we have made on this team yet. Second period, it's 3-3. Obey Kubel, so that fourth line also getting it done. And finally, third period, we finally lose our first game in regulation to the Los Angeles Kings. Seth Jones by Kapanen and Dzingel. Patty Mick by Ovi and Granlund, and Obey Kubel by Nate Schmidt and Alex Ovechkin. So Ovi is still kind of producing points right now. Seth Jones is absolutely 100% in the lead on our team. We have got back-to-backs coming up. I think in this episode, I'm going to see if I can get 15 games into the season. Simulate. We're going to go up against the Nate McKinnon and the Colorado Avalanche. Here we go. First period, guys. 2-0, and it's Mikhail Granlund and Alex Ovechkin. And they got Corey Crawford in net. Second period, 5-0. Patrick McDonald gets his third career goal. And Kasperi Kapanen and David Perron all putting up goals. Third period, and 5-1. They just they cannot let Antti Raanta get that shutout, right? They just won't allow it. So, Alex Ovechkin with his second of the year by Patrick McDonald, Patty Mick, and Mikhail Granlund. And then Mikhail Granlund by Torrey Krug and Alex Ovechkin. Patty Mick by Granlund and Ovechkin. Kapanen by Dzingel and Schmidt. Perron by Jamel Smith. Oh my goodness, man. We are off to a killer start to the season. We are 3-1-1. And actually, Alex Ovechkin takes over the lead on our team. But now we're going up against the 500 hockey Pittsburgh Penguins for the 6th game of the year. We're going to get to game. Hopefully, I'm really hoping I can get to 15 games in, check everybody's stats out, and then we can just start pumping these ones out real quick, boys. First period, 2-0 for Pittsburgh, and Sid the Kid in 2021 is still putting up the numbers. Here we go. Korpisalo's in the net, though, so you got to take it easy on him, right? Second period, 3-3. It's tied. Seth Jones on the power play. Jamel Smith, Mikhail Granlund, they all scored on Tristan Jarry. Third period, 5-4 victory, and Michael Backlund gets them both. I am not looking for terrific numbers from my backup goaltender. Just so-so numbers will do fine. Seth Jones with his second of the year. Mikhail Granlund first, got it from DeMello and Jones, and then Jones by Patty Mick, Jamel Smith by Torrey Krug and David Perron, and in the third, Backlund by Dzingel and Backlund by Jones. Jonesy had a 3-point night. He is killing it on our team so far. Seth Jones, 9 points in 6 games. I can't believe it, man. This guy is absolutely killing it for our team right now. We've gained locker room chemistry. We're 4-1-1 to start the year. Simulate this one. Another 2 more home games. Here we go. Halifax versus Carolina. First period. Oh, we scored early. It's 5-1 after 1. Jake Virtanen gets his first goal as a Halifax Buccaneer. Also, Dave Finley, Matt Siemens gets 2, and Patrick McDonald scores. But Matt Siemens they have already changed to James Reimer in net for Carolina. He's still there. He's still in Carolina. My goodness. Look at this. Patrick McDonald has been killing it. I mean, we got 5 goals on 11 shots, man. Can Reimer do any better? Second period, 6-2. Granlund gets one, and I'm pretty sure we're going to take this one. But third period, even so, 6-3 victory. What a first period. So Jake Virtanen by Krug and Aube Kubel. David Finley by Patrick McDonald. Matt Siemens with his 4th already by Ovi and Granlund. Patty Mick with his 4th by Jonesy and Krug. Siemens with his 5th by Ovi and Granlund. And then Granlund by Matt Siemens and Ovi. So Matt Siemens, really, man, I put him on that top line with Granlund and Ovi, and it's like, dude, Matt Siemens is killing it this year. But Patrick McDonald, who I'm pretty sure, where is he? He's on the 3rd line. But he's also on our power play line, you know? And it's like, yeah, man, they are killing it together. So this is the 8th game of the season. We're still at home, and we are up against Cameron McDonald and his Toronto Maple Leafs. Here we go, boys. Let's see how we do at the YouTube Center in late October versus Cameron and the Maple Leafs. First period, 1-0. It's Mikael Granlund. Second period, 5-1. Finley gets one. Ovi gets 2. Patty Mick with another goal. Third period, 7-3 victory. Kapanen and Ryan Dzingel. We have not had an injury yet this year. Granlund by Siemens and Ovi. Patty Mick by Dave Finley and Perron. Ovi by Jones and Dzingel. Ovi by Dzingel and Patty Mick. Finley by Krug and Perron. Dzingel by Patty Mick and Jones. And finally, Kasperi Kapanen by Michael Backlund and Dylan DeMello. So we are getting points from absolutely everywhere so far this season. What a start to the year. Now we're going to do the 9th game of the season. We're just gaining locker room chemistry. And the thing is, the higher your chemistry is, the harder you are to beat, man. Because you guys, like, your guys just work, you know? Your guys just do really well together. So we're finally on the road at the Honda Center against the struggling Anaheim Ducks. Here we go. First period, 0-0, so they held us off. We are out shooting them pretty dramatically, though. Second period, 2-1, they're up. Could we get our first regulation loss in a while? Third period, 4-1 loss. They got up 3-1, and then they got an empty netter. But Nate Schmidt scores by Jamel Smith and Torrey Krug. So Krug doing okay. Seth Jones absolutely thriving on this team. And speaking of Eunice Korpisalo, let's do the 10th game of the season at home at the YouTube Center. So we were in Anaheim, California last night. And the next night, we're in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Wow. So whoever made the schedules for the National Hockey League this year really do not like Halifax very much. Welcome. It's November 1st. Last night, it was Halloween last night. Who knows? First period, we're down 1-0, and Korpisalo's playing both nights in the back-to-backs. I mean, you can't argue with coaching like that, right? But Torrey Krug and Alex Ovechkin say, you know what? Screw that. We're putting the team on our backs. We want to win this one. But we lost in the third frickin' period anyway, even though we essentially outshot them 40-20. It's all right. We got 2 losses in a row. It's bound to happen one of these days. So Ovi with a 2-point night, Mikael Granlund with a 2-point night, Torrey Krug gets his first goal of the season. I am not going to say no to that. I am never going to say no to that. Ovi, 15 points in 10 games played. Dude, he's showing he's still got it. Ovi still got it, man. Now we got more back-to-backs coming. They feel like it's going to be a good year for rookies. They want to give me Brent Burns, we're in our 3rd year, so Brent Burns has got to be at least 37, 38 years old, and they legit want my first-round pick and Detroit's 3rd. Wow. Yeah, no, sorry, bro. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen, dude. And again, so tonight we're in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and tomorrow we're in Nashville, Tennessee. And then after that, we get 2 days off. We are in Dallas, Texas, and the next night we are in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I think I found the title of this video, man. Schedule maker? Come on. Dude. Whatever. So, game 11 on the season. We're going up against the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers, first period, 2-0 Florida. Vinny Trocheck is going to put in 2 against Ranta. Second period, still 2-0. And in the third, we lose 6-3. My God. Matt Siemens got 2 goals. But hey, man, we just dropped 3 games in a row. Did Trocheck? Trocheck got 4 goals against us. That is terrible. Anyway, so the guys that scored on our team were Matt Siemens by Ovechkin and Granlund, Michael Backlund by Kapanen and Seth Jones, and Matt Siemens with his 7th of the year already by Alex Ovechkin and Mikhail Granlund. So Ovechkin really showing that he's a true playmaker in this one. We went from being 6-1-1 to being 6-4-1, and now we're traveling like... My God, dude. We are traveling like, what? Essentially a couple thousand miles in one day. We're going to have to fly there. Whatever. Going up against the Nashville Predators. And then we can leave Nashville, Tennessee and take a nice little flight down to Dallas, Texas. And then the next night we got to fly frickin' 3,000 miles back to Nova Scotia again. So, first period, we're actually up 1-0 in a game. Thank you, Kasperi Kapanen. You did eventually have to get on the board, right? Second period, 3-3, they tied it back up, because why not? And in the third, and Korpisalo is in net again. And in the third, we lost 5-3. So we have now dropped 4 games in a row. This is no good. Kapanen by Schmidt and Siemens, Aube Kubel by Perron and Seth Jones, and then David Perron by Eric Gustafsson. I think that's his first point of the freaking season, man. He had to get something going. Anyway, I got to take a break for about 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. I actually had to go. I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, dude, we like legitimately have not had an injury yet this year. So I'm like, did I'm 99% sure I remembered to turn injuries back on. So, all right, and again, we are away against the powerhouse Dallas Stars team. Oh, we got to end this. 4 games in a row we've lost. We are 1 game above 500. First period, up 2-1. It is Ryan Dzingel and Mikhail Granlund on Ben Bishop. And Korpisalo is in net again. What is happening? Second period, 3-2. We're up. It's Mikhail Granlund yet again. And in the third, we can't hold them off. We're going to OT. They're out shooting us 42-23. In the overtime, we actually win it. It's Jamel Smith. I told you, I love Jamel Smith, man. He is such a sneaky little goal scorer there when he needs to be, right? So, Ryan Dzingel by Backlund and Seth Jones. Granlund by Seth Jones and Matt Siemens. Granlund by Ovechkin and Blippy, Stephen Johns, Blippy himself, and Jamel Smith by Seth Jones and Blippy. My goodness. Smith, Seth, Blippy. Blippi. All right, that's it. That's enough of that. So, you know what I'm going to do? I am actually going to jump in to the edit lines page while we go back home here. We've gained locker room chemistry, so we're back at where we started. Yay! All right, so I'm going to go to goalies. No more Korpisalo, man. Korpisalo has played 7 of our first, 12 games. Or is it that it says Ranta's played 8? So it's like, is it Ranta just keeps getting pulled? I don't know. Our goaltenders seem to have, really terrible friggin' save percentages right now. Granlund is having a phenomenal year. We're 5-5-0 in our last 10, so we're 500 in our last 10, but we are 2-0-1 in the first 3 before that. So, first period, we're down 3-1. Antti-Ranta, he spent too much time out of the net, man. I'm telling you, too long he went without playing. Ovechkin gets a goal for us, though. So, second period, 4-1 St. Louis. He's going to get pulled, man. He probably did. It's probably Corpy again. Third period, 5-2. Nah, he stayed in there, and Michael Hutchinson just bested us in net against Antti-Ranta. Come on, guys. Ovi by Backlund and Kapanen. Dzingel by Backlund and Seth Jones. Seth Jones has really, really been a terrific player for us. Again, we're just 1 game above 500. Let's go. Let's go to MSG, man. You know, that is an electric place to play hockey. We got to go to MSG, and we got to show them that we mean business, dude. And then we are 15 games into this season. Our morale, our line chemistry, it's our team chemistry is kind of going down a little bit here. This should be a nice, easy one. Let's just take out the Rangers. First period, we're down 2-1, but we're on the power play. Kapanen gets one on the power play, and we're still on the power play. Second period, we're down 3-1 now. It's Jace Hawryluk on Antti Ranta, who's been in the net for 2 games in a row, and he is absolutely not. He's not getting it done, guys. He's just not getting it done. Third period, we got one, and it was Matt Siemens, but Derek Forbort gets the empty net game winner. Kasperi Kapanen with his 4th of the year by Perron and Krug. In the third, Matt Siemens gets his 8th by Ovi and Granlund, but we really fell off the map here, We are a 500 hockey team, and we are like a legitimate Stanley Cup contender. So we've played 15 games. I want to see where we sit. Oh, they're still trying to give me Brent Burns. I just want to see where we sit, right? We currently sit in a wild card position in the Metro, but I mean, well, I don't know, man. There's a lot of struggling teams right now. So how far into a wild card spot are we? 1 point. 1 point into a wild card spot. So let's take a look at our team stats really quick, see how everybody's doing, and then we're going to take a look at all our created people. I mean, Alex Ovechkin, welcome back to Ovi Watch. What's he at now? 753 goals. He has over 1,400 points. What a beast. I don't think he's going to get 50 goals this year because I think Patty Mick hasn't had a point in a little while, though, He had this really, really strong start to the season. I mean, he's got 11 points in 15 games. He's playing phenomenal hockey, right? But Matt Siemens really turned it up this year. He is looking to get a couple of freaking milestones this year. I mean, we're playing him up on that top line, which helps. But I think it's not going to be very long for him. He's going to have his 50th career goal and his 100th career point very, very quickly. And then we look at our plus minuses. I mean, we had a lot of plus players. Dzingel is a minus player. Michael Backlund's a minus. Torrey Krug on defense is actually a minus player. Seth Jones is a plus player. He has 18 points in 15 games for us. I think it's just... Look at, like, Kasperi Kapanen's a -6, It's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Dave Finley only has 4 points this year. But he's only playing 9 minutes and 43 seconds. Isn't he like our number 2 center or something? Or no, I think he's our number 3 center. I got to get this. Someone's got to get this kid on a power play line, man. This is redonkulous. Redonkulous. It's like we got 4th line guys doing just as well, This is absolutely sickening. Jake Virtanen is a -8, so it could very well be our bottom 6 is just really struggling, and our second pairing D is just not getting it done. I don't know. That could be it. That very well could be it. And then we look at the goaltending numbers, and it's like, you guys, everybody's below 900. We have terrific defense on this team, and they're just really not getting it done. All right, so we're going to jump over here, and we're going to look at our other created people and see how they're all doing this year. We're going to go to our watch listed folks. We got Patrick McDonald. Oh, baby. Wait, am I missing anyone? I don't know that I'm missing anyone. Oh, we got Aiden Nouse. I got to search for Aiden Nouse because he did get drafted this year. So we're going to look for Aiden Nouse. Search. Aiden Nouse. And he plays for the Rangers. That's funny. He plays for the New York Rangers, and he is in the NHL. And then we'll go watch listed. I'm not going to bother with Oliver Dupuis just yet because he's not technically in the NHL right now. So we got Patrick McDonald, you saw before. He has 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points to start his career. He's looking pretty good, man. Aiden Nouse has 1 assist in 4 games for the New York Rangers after having a mind-blowingly good season for Sudbury last year. He has 4 shots in 4 games. I mean, look at his playmaking stats, His speed's not quite there yet, but he has that 1 assist. He's only a -1. And Ethan Bryant made the leap to medium elite. He made the jump. So I think after this year coming, he's probably going to make quite a dive. He's going to make quite the jump. So far this year, he has 10 points in 13 games, but he is currently He's got a playable injury. He's played the 13 games with the Chicago Blackhawks. I mean, look at his numbers here. Look at the poise on this guy. It's ridiculous, you know? Crazy. Congratulations to you, Ethan Bryant. He's on the last year of his contract. And I bet you he signs a pretty hefty one. Darren McDonald, 5 points. 5 points in his first 15 career games. He has 2 goals, 3 assists for the Washington Capitals. He is playing on the 4th line. Yeah, and you look at his numbers. He doesn't really have the acceleration. His speed's not bad, but his defense is terrific. Physical's not terrible. But his passing, his puck skills, you know, he's a great penalty killer. And now Cameron McDonald, the upcoming superstar for the Toronto Maple Leafs, playing back on that 4th line again, 16 games in. I mean, he had 19 goals. He had 33 points last year. And he's kind of on pace for more of the same yet again, man. So it's like, Cameron McDonald, I'm not going to call you a bust, buddy, but you're not really doing so well. You did sign a contract for 3 years at about $2.1 million a year. Now we got to look at the guy who I think is probably kind of failing the worst right now, which would be Ryan Chisholm. I mean, he's got great numbers. 923 save percentage, 254 goals against. He has a shutout, but I think he's playing on a really weak team. So it's like, you look at the numbers he is putting up, okay? The fact that in 15 games, it looks like he's probably played all 15 games this year. And in those 15 games, the team has gone essentially like kind of like a 4-8-1 kind of deal. But he's still putting up a 923. Tells me the goaltending's not the problem. You know, he has terrific career stats. The goaltending for Ottawa is 100% not the problem in Ottawa. It is definitely the goal scoring, coaching or something, you know, defense. It's any number of things. I kind of want to go look at that now. There's Rock Mantha. He's still in the minors. We got him 30th overall. He is still currently in Niagara. Spending his 3rd year in Niagara. This is his 2nd year in Niagara since being drafted. So next year he will be eligible to come up. He will be eligible to come up to our AHL team, and then I would say honestly he's like maybe 1 season out, and it's not going to take us long to get there, guys. So I'm going to go and look at the Ottawa Senators because I want to see, why is this team failing, right? So top line. They got a relatively weak top line, right? 85, 87, 82. But that top line does look, other than Brady Tkachuk, that top line looks eerily similar to our top line. But I would say they got a pretty weak top line. They have a pretty decent second line. They've got a meh third line. It's kind of on the weaker side of third lines. But you know you're going to get a ton of poise when it comes to Mikko. And then their 4th line is fine. There's nothing wrong with that 4th line. So they got a great second line, a weak first, a weak third, and a good 4th. So they got 2 good lines out of 4, but definitely one of them is not one of the strong lines you'd like to have. On defense, they have pretty weak defense, right? They got Shabbat up top, which is terrific. But then you got Zaitsev as your number 2 defenseman, and he is a weak top 4 defenseman. Then you got 2 top 6 guys as your top 4. One of which is 36 years old, probably has no speed left, yeah. And then you've got the kid Brandstrom, and you got Maxi Pad-Lajoie, who has no puck control. Brandstrom, who's an offensive defenseman. Coburn, he's a defensive defenseman. Christian Wolanin's 2-way, that's not bad. Zaitsev is 2-way, not bad. Shabbat's the only true superstar you got, right? And then after that, you got Phil Gustafson as your backup, which is a big problem. And you got Ryan Chisholm, who is a legitimate, very high-caliber starting goaltender. Anyway, that has been this episode of our Halifax Buccaneers franchise mode. I will be back in 3 days' time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.